welcome to MeowMix, the Carolina Panthers podcast. My name is Steven.
My name is Chase.
And my name is Jerry.
And welcome. And MeowMix, I'm 6.
Yes.
There you go.
Chase is 6 today. It is his birthday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you, Jerry. To me.
You can look over here, Jerry.
Okay, there we go.
Ignore the man behind the curtain. There's Jerry. Chase, so we play the Falcons.
Yeah, last season they lost. Sad.
Last game. Sad.
Last game.
But what do you think is going to happen this game?
They might win. Still hard. We need to watch the game and see if the Panthers win. Probably not, though.
No, Jerry's okay,
whatever.
Kind of like most Panther fans. Probably not, though.
So what do you think the score is going to be?
Probably 88 to 89.
Oh,
highest scoring NFL game ever.
That would be an exciting game, wouldn't it?
Yeah, probably gonna happen though. But it might be 25 to 26.
That's probably possible.
Yeah. It can be possible. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to show you a picture. This is the Panthers' normal helmets, and this is the cool helmet that they're going to be wearing Thursday night. Which one do you like better, the black one or the silver one?
I think I like both.
I
can tell.
Which one's your favorite?
I can tell. It's hard. Oh, I like the blue one.
No, you like the blue one. Well, the blue one's not. The blue one is just something that someone made up. So the black one is the one that we're going to be wearing tomorrow.
Okay, I like the black one.
Yeah, I like the black one too.
So let's go ahead and message David Tepper blue ones.
Yes,
next.
We need blue ones, right?
Yes.
That's what we should get next year.
Yes.
Okay.
I hope they make one.
Me too. All right. Well, do you have any last words to say?
Yes.
Okay.
MeowMix, I'm 6 again.
Okay.
Well, happy birthday, Chase, and congratulations on turning 6. 88, 89. I would be very interested to watch that one. I'll admit it.
Do you think it's another missed Pinheiro extra point? That's why we lost.
Oh God.
Yeah, could be. All right, so we are talking Panthers Falcons, Week 10. This is the only primetime game currently, and I would imagine we're not going to be flexed into anymore. So
nope.
Enjoy it. Jerry will be attending the game.
Yeah, my wife's work gave us tickets, so we are definitely going to go and have fun. Very excited for that.
Yes, very cool.
Thank you, Trey. You're listening.
Yeah, if you happen to see Jerry out there, definitely stop by and say hello. And just he likes a lot of touching, so just whatever you want to do. He's
just
good.
Fair warning, I am getting sick, so
And he'll probably have some alcohol in him, we would imagine.
You know what? Maybe not. I really am my throat's starting to feel a little sick, so I'm not trying to push it.
I saw this graphic the other day where the Panthers are the fifth most expensive NFL team to go see a game, between parking and tickets and concessions and everything else. They're the 5th in the league, and we haven't won more than 5 games in the last 3 years.
Hey, that's how a billionaire stays a billionaire.
I guess so. All right. So just a quick reminder to everyone, hit us up, mailbag at meowmixpodcast.com, or DM us on Twitter. We are doing our 1,000 subscribers swag bag giveaway.
Swag bag!
So keep those likes and subscribes coming, by the way. We definitely appreciate them. But I think next week we're going to go ahead and do the drawing. Mm-hmm. We have a bunch of submissions already, so keep them coming. And I guess we'll jump into some news.
Yeah. Sam Darnold was activated from IR, fueling controversy that eventually another quarterback will start for this team this year. Jeremy Chin has been designated to return. That's actually really good news. They have opened the window up. He could technically play on Thursday. I doubt it. I think this is going to probably bring him back after the game, let him get a full week of full practice.
Yeah, I think Wilkes was pretty clear that Chin was not going to play Thursday. So.
Oh well, I didn't see that, but that was my assumption, anyways.
Yeah. I think he said it was asinine to think that he would play after being out for 6 weeks. So, which short week. I think we'll talk about PJ Walker, but I think that's the only reason PJ Walker is going to start is because it's a short week. So everything with a short week is weird.
Yeah, I mean, you have to basically put one foot in front of the other and just keep going. You can't really make changes and stuff. It makes sense. Unless you're the Panthers coaching staff, which made changes. Panthers fired cornerback coach Evan Cooper and defensive line coach Paul Pasqualoni. My assumption is they were probably former regime's guys, and the way the Panthers played last week defensively, just cut bait with them.
Yeah, wasn't Paul Pasqualoni when's he signing this year?
I'm not fully sure.
He was signed this year. So he was a guy that came in. He was among all of the staff changes. He was one of the guys. He was a former head coach, I think, maybe college. But a little surprising. Really, both of these I think are a little surprising.
I agree.
The cornerbacks coach was Steve Wilkes.
Yeah.
So he's no longer eligible to do that role as he is now the head coach. Evan Cooper, I have no idea. No idea if he was a Rule guy, no clue. Obviously, Rule probably hired both of them. I mean, cornerbacks haven't looked great as a unit the last few weeks.
Let's be honest. This secondary in general has been very underwhelming this year.
Outside of J.C. Horn, basically.
Yeah, and J.C. Horn struggled last week. But, I mean, for J.C. Horn.
He still didn't give up anything.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did. He hasn't given up more than 25 yards in a single game.
Yeah. Maybe they didn't count it because he was in zone, but yeah, I saw him give up passes and catches. So
that's where it is. When they're in zone, it doesn't count against them technically. So
keep him in man.
Yeah. D-line coach though, I would agree. Like that D-line has been terrible all season long.
Mm-hmm.
Just not good. They're not getting to the quarterback. Burns is the only one that can get to the quarterback.
And Derek Brown has been great.
Yeah.
But for the most part, like you said, they're not getting to the quarterback, and that's what's needed. And we're just giving them all the time in the world to pass the ball.
Yeah.
Could be, the players, could be coaching. We'll see.
Probably a little of both.
Yeah, I think that's probably it.
Yeah.
They definitely need a new edge rusher opposite of Burns in the future, in my opinion. And probably yours too.
Yeah, everyone's opinion, I think. It would be nice to see. So we'll see. I would imagine that's going to be an off-season. Man, this is going to be such an interesting off-season.
We say that like almost the past 3 years because of everything.
Well, hey, I mean, last 3 years was coaching search. This will be a new coaching search. Quarterback. I mean, there's a lot that's going to be going on this off-season. But instead of talking about this off-season, let's talk about last week. PFF grades for last week. We'll look at the top 5 on offense, bottom 5 on offense, top 5 on defense, bottom 5 on defense. So, Jerry, why don't you kick us off with the offense?
All right, starting on offense. Number 1, Ike Ekwonu.
Familiar name.
Every week, man. 81.7. Austin Corbett, number 2, 73.2. Terrace Marshall Jr., 70. Bradley Bozeman, 68.6. Raheem Blackshear with 17 snaps at 68.5. I'm really happy to see Terrace Marshall up there. Icky again, such a great draft pick. He's going to be a cornerstone in the future. For the future. It's awesome.
He hasn't given up a sack since week 2.
So I mean,
we're going into week 10. He is already dominant, already elite. And I agree with Terrace Marshall. Good to see him in the top 5. I think was he in the top 5 last week as well? I think.
Yeah, I mean he's not getting as much yards. Like I would like to see him get more yards, but it's kind of hard with.
Say nobody got yards last week.
Exactly, that's what I was gonna say. It's kind of difficult when no one's getting yards because the quarterback play isn't there and the scheme isn't there.
Yeah, good to see three offensive linemen in the top 5. Always good to see.
Yeah, especially after last year. I mean, Bradley Bozeman, I wish we would have signed him to a more than a 1-year deal, but
I wish we'd have been starting him all season long.
Agreed. Bottom 5 offense, Shi Smith, 55.2, Laviska Shenault, 54.8 on only 3 snaps.
Yeah.
Ian Thomas, 51, Deontay Foreman, 50.9. And your lowest hanging fruit, unsurprisingly, PJ Walker with a 27.9.
When your starting quarterback is your worst graded offensive player, you are not going to win the game. We did not win the game.
I really wish I understood why they played Shi Smith so much more than Laviska Shenault. 3 snaps.
I mean, my
compared to
only
39.
thinking can be Laviska is having a hard time learning the playbook. I can't think of any other reason why they're still trotting Shi Smith out there when we have seen Shi Smith not a very good receiver. Like he's a good returner. I think he's been an asset in the return game, but he can't catch. He doesn't run good routes. He's pretty fast, but we're not getting the ball out to him. So I would much rather see Laviska. I mean, Laviska is a guy that we're going to need to make a decision on. Like, I'd like to see him more.
I agree. At this point, I don't understand it. I really like Shi Smith. I do think he has a role on this team, but he hasn't succeeded in that slot position. And it's halfway through the season, he's been the slot guy. Let's look at Shenault. He's had experience in the NFL, and he's succeeded in the NFL. So let's try it.
Yeah, I think maybe he has one more year left, Shenault. But either way, I mean, I'd like to see him do something.
Yeah.
Or at least be given an opportunity. All right, so on defense here, number 1, Corey Little. Now, this is a game where we gave up 35 points in the first half, 42 points overall. So these scores are not very high. Corey Littleton did lead the way with a 70.7 on only 20 snaps. Keith Taylor, 65 snaps with a 70. Nice job by Keith Taylor. Tay Hayes, 17 snaps. I didn't even see him out there, honestly. 68.5 grade for him. Davion Nixon, 13 snaps with a 67. And Amari Barno played a bit, 12 snaps, a 64.6.
Good to see.
Good to see.
The only negative about those up there is only one of those players started, and that was Keith Taylor.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's why I wanted to call out the snaps, because everybody else had 20 or less snaps in the game. So looking at the bottom 5, unfortunately, leading this bottom 5 group, Frankie Luvu played 54 snaps, 43.7, maybe his worst game from a grade standpoint.
I mean, honestly, he missed tackles last week. Yeah. It was something kind of out of ordinary for him.
Yeah. Xavier Woods, 67 snaps, 37.9 grades. CJ Henderson with a 36.7. Damian Wilson, 19 snaps with a 30.2. And then Brandon Smith, only 8 snaps. But he looked terrible, 27.4. I mean, he had a bad missed tackle.
Yeah, that missed tackle, especially when you only have 8 snaps, probably counted a lot against him. But
yeah, I'm not concerned about him.
I would like to see more of him to see
Love to see more of him. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Other than that,
to see more.
Other than that, CJ Henderson, I personally think Keith Taylor should go ahead and take your spot when Dante Jackson gets back. I think it would be better for the team.
Yeah. I mean, CJ Henderson, again, he's still going to be under contract next year.
And he has a chance to prove it, but...
Yeah, I mean, they've got resources into him. They've got a 3rd-round pick, a 5th-round pick into him, and Dan Arnold. So they're going to give him every opportunity. Keith Taylor was, what, a 5th-round pick, I think?
Mm-hmm. I think 5th.
So, but I agree. I think you got to play the best guys, and Keith Taylor's looked better than CJ Henderson. Keith Taylor looked good last year, towards the end of last year. He really came on. So, all right. One more piece of news here. Go ahead.
Yes, this is actually, you don't know this, but this was actually a Twitter DM asking for this. Please dedicate 2 minutes to a hypothetical Panthers version equivalent to Jeff Saturday hire as head coach for the Carolina Panthers. Now, in this hypothetical world, when Matt Rule was fired, instead of doing the logical thing of, hiring someone on the coaching staff and, who has coaching experience, they go out and hire Jeff Saturday, a former Colts great, So who would your Carolina Panthers great, no coaching, NFL coaching experience be higher be?
I mean, Jeff Saturday is a very good player for them for a long
Yeah.
time, right? So it'd have to be a long time good player. I feel like saying Steve Smith or something might be a little too, because like Jeff Saturday was really good, but he wasn't like a superstar like Steve Smith, right?
Yeah.
So I mean, are we looking like Jordan Gross?
You
Is
could
that
do a
who we're
Jordan
thinking?
Gross. I personally,
Khalil?
even though he is more of a superstar, I'm going Greg Olson. Greg Olson is here in Charlotte. He's very
Mm-hmm.
good with the team. He is currently coaching a Pop Warner team to the championship,
Mm-hmm.
supposedly by his own admission.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
I
he's in
think
TV, which Jeff Saturday was also in TV.
exactly he could be
Mm-hmm.
pulled off the desk, Pop Warner to the NFL head coach. That would be mine. Granted, he's a little bit higher notoriety just because he played tight end, more flashy than Jeff Saturday as a
Yeah,
lineman.
yeah, and just for a little bit of context, Jeff Saturday, a consultant with the Colts, not in the coaching at all with the Colts. Coaches a high school football team, I believe, and was doing some TV work. They hired him as their interim head coach. With I guess there's no Rooney Rule for interim head coaches. It doesn't sound like so. A decent amount of uproar from the coaching community, from the media, about giving Jeff Saturday this opportunity instead of someone like Marvin Harrison, who's on the
The
Colts
coaching.
coaching staff right now,
And is a Colts great. So
and as a Colts great. It's very, very, very strange situation there. But yeah, I think Greg Olson, maybe that's a better 1-to-1 fit, and it would also be like out of nowhere. Although
yeah.
Greg Olson, like, he has a pretty good job with Fox, so I don't know that he would even want to do that. Would Kuechly? Maybe Kuechly would be.
No, Kuechly's assistant coach for Greg Olson's Pop Warner team. I
That's
don't
even
think he
better
would.
though. He's
I
an
don't even.
assistant coach, not even
I
a
don't
head
even
coach
think
of a
he.
Pop Warner team.
Greg Olson wouldn't let him come on. He has
Greg
it in
Olson be
his
like, "No, we're not going to let you out of your contract. You got to stay." Oh man, yeah. I mean, who would be the most fun though? Probably Steve Smith, right?
Oh, Steve Smith would be a blast.
That would be
He
fun.
would have such fiery comments and stuff like that. Can you imagine those pressers? Oh,
Oh my god, dude! I want it to happen just for that, just for the press conferences. That being said, we're glad that Steve Wilkes got the job. That's who we
Oh, no,
wanted.
no,
That's who we thought would get it, and then that's
and that's who
we're fine
deserves
with
it. Like,
right,
it deserves a try.
right.
But Jay, thank you for that submission. I actually read it about an hour before we started recording, and I was like, "Oh yes, I am going to do this."
Yes, we appreciate that. See, yeah, shoot us a DM, shoot us an email. Maybe we'll give us a topic.
Yeah. And we'll be right back after this short break. And today's episode is brought to you by Ckezepis and Bright Law. Are you buying a home or refinancing your home in the greater Charlotte area? Consider using Ckezepis and Bright Law for your real estate law needs. I know when I closed on my house, it was difficult to find the time to get out of work for the closing. Well, with Ckezepis and Bright Law, they have mobile closing that will come to you, whether it's be at your new home, work, or even Bank of America Stadium. They can meet you there. So go to closehere.com or call 704-659-0273 to schedule your closing today, and say hi to Trey and Miles and even my wife there, Sylvia. So reach out.
It's a family affair. All right, and we are back. So I've got trivia this week. I think I also had trivia for the last Falcons game.
Yeah, you did, and I thought that was really weird. I was thinking about it in my head. I was like, yeah, we probably should have switched this up somehow.
Well, I'm only going to do one question this time.
Yeah, because last time you drilled me with 5, which you could have saved for this episode.
True. Well, honestly, I did not think about it. So
didn't think ahead.
I got one question for you. It's PJ Walker centric. Okay. Prior to this game, prior to Thursday, how many games has PJ Walker played in against Atlanta?
I would have guessed 1, but now the way that you're saying this, I'm going to guess 2.
4. I know. He's played like 6 games his whole career. But yeah, 4, and that's the most he's played against any opponent, obviously. So this will be his 5th game, and they're not all starts, but he has appeared in 4 games prior to this one. So this 5, that's like most of his career against Atlanta.
Yeah. I mean, that's got to be weird,
wild.
too.
Yeah.
Very fun stat.
That's it. That's the only one because you didn't want it. You don't want more?
I don't mind a couple, but that one time you peppered me, and I was just like, take it back. But that was a fun stat.
Deontay Foreman went to college?
Oh, yes, Texas.
Good job. Good job.
Did you know at one point this year we had 3 running backs that had 2,000 rushing yards in college? And
Chuba,
Deontay Foreman, and Christian McCaffrey. And there's not that many running backs that gained 2,000 yards in college. So it was
a good trivia question.
It would have been, but we weren't doing trivia when Christian McCaffrey was on this team.
True. All right, one more. After his 10 tackles against Cincinnati, how many career games does Shaq Thompson have with 10 or more tackles?
Oh, I thought that would have been a higher number than.
No. Well, he had 10 in Cincinnati. So how many career games does he have with 10 or more tackles?
I would have guessed in like the 20s or so, but I'm guessing it's lower, so I'll go 12.
I guessed 12. It is 20. So you should have went with your instinct.
Yeah.
Should have went with your instinct. All right. I think that's it.
All right.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Let's jump to the injuries here as Steven thinks about what's going on.
Who are we playing this week?
It's midterm election has them all frazzled. All right. Starting off with the Panthers, I should have taken a sip of water because this is a long list. Justin Burris, concussion, did not practice. Dante Jackson, ankle, full practice. Steven Sullivan, full practice. Chuba Hubbard, ankle, full practice. Frankie Louvu, full practice. Rashard Higgins, illness, did not practice. Man, that illness is sneaking around, man. Laviska Shenault, illness, full practice. Derek Brown, illness, full practice. Brian Burns, shoulder, full practice. CJ Henderson, finger, full practice. Matthew Ioannidis, back, limited practice. Giovanni Ricci, neck, full practice. And Taylor Moton, elbow, limited practice.
Yeah. And that's as of Tuesday, so that's the most up-to-date that we have. It's good that Shenault went from DNP Monday to a full practice Tuesday. That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
Good to see.
I wonder if the illness is being sick of losing, so they just don't want to practice. I mean, joking.
That's how I feel sometimes. Taylor Moton, by the way, not on the injury report Monday, popped up today with that elbow. So not good when he pops up middle of the week. We'll see.
At least it was limited practice instead of did not practice. It's probably a sore. Yeah.
For the Falcons, we've got AJ Terrell, did not practice. He missed the last one. I would imagine he's probably going to miss this one as well. It's a hamstring injury. Eric Harris with a foot DNP. Matt Hennessy, center DNP. And Felipe Franks, the tight end, did not practice. So pretty short injury report for the Falcons. I guess I guess we'll talk about it. But the Panthers are 3-point underdogs in this game. It opened at 2.5, so they're up to 3-point underdogs now. And the over-under 43.5. So again, that under keeps climbing.
Yeah.
Under the stewardship of PJ Walker.
Or
they're scoring points now. Or the fact that the defense sucks.
That's what I was about to say. I was like, the defense has continued to start struggling now. So
yeah, I knew where you were going with that. All right, let's talk some keys to the game. Jerry, why don't you kick it off?
Run the ball. Oh, do I need to say more? Run the ball. Look, guys, PJ Walker is up and down. One thing that was consistent against the Atlanta Falcons the first time is running the ball with Deontay Foreman. If Chuba's out there, let's mix it up. Let's give him some rest. But run the ball, guys. I mean, he had 3 touchdowns against them last time. He looked like a monster.
They look great. I mean, the games that we've played well in this year, the team has run the ball well. I mean, simple.
Yeah.
So let's do that.
it keeps the pressure off our subpar quarterbacks.
Right.
I mean, point blank, not only that, you can run play action. I mean, once you do that, you do have to throw the ball and throw it deep occasionally, but run the ball. 4.7 yards per carry last time.
I mean, looking at PJ in that first game, he gets a lot of accolades for the Hail Mary. Amazing throw.
Amazing.
Throw of the year. I mean, we've talked about it. Throw of the year. Prior to that throw, he was not good. Honestly, he did not have a good game. He was 19 of 36 overall. So take that throw away. 18 of 35. He had 317 yards. Take that throw away. What, 250 yards and 1 interception. No touchdowns.
I don't even think it would be 250 because how far was that thing?
It was 62. So somewhere around 350.
Yeah.
360 or 260. But yeah, I mean, he wasn't good. That they were only in that game because of Deontay Foreman and the running game.
Yeah.
So that's what we need to do. We need to keep control of that. Keep time of possession. It all goes together.
Yeah. Convert on third downs.
Right. Get you short third downs. Like that's what we have to do. I mean, you're averaging 4.7 yards per carry. You should be running the ball 30 times.
Yeah. I mean, that was against them that week, but still, that's...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. I mean, this is a team that you can run the ball on.
And, and succeed, and they need to do it. And if Chuba's back, keep them both fresh. Rotate them out.
Yeah, Chuba... was he on the injury report?
No, he was not on
the... He is, but as a full practice participant. So I would imagine he is going to play, which is good. I mean, be able to rotate him and Foreman out. That's going to be nice. On the other side, stop the run game of Atlanta.
Yeah, Patterson will be back.
They've got Patterson back, yep.
And Mariota will kill you if you don't tackle him in the backfield, Brian Burns, if you let him go. He's
as we've seen.
He is not Christian McCaffrey. He doesn't need to slip out of your arm tackles. He doesn't need to have arm tackles wrap him up.
Listen, if you want to be the man, if you want to be the highest paid defensive end in the league, if you are worth 2 first-round picks and a second-round pick, you're worth more than that. You got to make those plays. You have to make those plays.
Yeah.
That's a game-losing play.
Yeah.
I mean,
there's multiple reasons the Panthers lost that game. That's one of them. Was that play? I mean, Pinero, that Bird touchdown. Who was off? I don't even know who missed the play because I didn't see them in the screen.
I think Henderson was on him, but yeah, it was not that should surprise you. I mean, big plays against Atlanta last time killed us.
Yeah.
So keep an eye on that. The Panthers run defense, it's gonna be tough because we're giving up almost 140 yards a game now on the ground.
On the ground.
A huge game by Joe Mixon last week. And the Atlanta run game is more diverse than the Cincinnati run game. Like they do a lot of different things. Joe Mixon was just running the ball straight at us. Like he wasn't doing anything fancy. I mean, he had some nice cuts, but they weren't scheming up anything special for him.
What they did is they pinched they pinched our defensive end, and then it put Joe Mixon against one of our corners, and they just every time. That's basically what I saw. That they collapsed our defensive ends in, and that's what. So.
Which again is not.
It's not right.
It's not like that's running game 101. Like that's nothing that the Panthers should have struggled against in the way that they did, right?
Correct. I mean that's like typical.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the run game just the run defense has been awful. They need to fix that. going on stretching the field. I brought this up after running. You have to throw the ball deep. Look, I don't care who's out there playing. Eventually, they're going to cheat up on you. Eventually, they're going to put all their effort into stopping Foreman and Chuba. You have to throw it deep. None of this constant screens. I don't want to see 5+ screens this game like we always do. Stretch the field. What do you got to lose? A game? Oh my God! At this point,
that's what frustrates me so much about this team this year. We are 2-7. Why do we keep doing the same things over and over and over? Let's mix it up some. We've got DJ Moore. He is a stretch the field guy. He's a guy that can get behind the defense. Like, he's not the fastest receiver in the league, but he's smart. He knows how to get behind the defense. Terrace Marshall's can get up and catch the ball at the highest point. He's a guy that you can go deep with. Shi Smith is fast. Go deep for him. Chenault's fast. Go deep with him. Rashard Higgins may not even be on the team anymore. I don't know what's going on with him. He's not really the fastest guy, but we've got players that you can go deep with. We didn't even go deep when we had Robbie Anderson.
No. Is Ben McAdoo fearful of going deep? I
don't know. It seems like this whole team is just playing scared. It seems like.
At this point, you're not making the playoffs. You might as well just throw everything at the wall. You might as well have some fun with it. Statue of Liberty play.
At this point, Wilkes is not going to be retained as the head coach if they keep losing. He's 1-3. None of the quarterbacks are going to be back at this point. Right now you're just basically playing out the season. Do something fun. Let us watch as fans and get excited about something.
And honestly, what's the harm? Your record looks bad right now. Ben McAdoo, if you want another job in the NFL, you've got to do something. This has been horrible this year.
We'll see. All right.
Third down conversions, just going to reiterate that. Offensively, you're only converting 26%. I don't even know if that's a record or not. That's just, wow.
It's bad. I don't know if it's going to be a record. I think it's the worst in the league this year, at least. But yeah, it's terrible. It's just terrible. Are these correct? These numbers that you've got here?
Yeah. Why? What are you talking about?
Just looking at the defensive stats comparison to opponent completion percentage. Oh, okay. So we're giving up almost 70% completion percentage against other teams.
67 basically. Yeah.
Red zone scoring. Both teams are pretty bad with the opponent red zone scoring, almost 60% for both teams. But this is not something the Panthers are very good at, only 54%. So we need to, I would say that's another key. Once you're in the red zone, and PJ Walker can move the ball. He can move the ball up and down the field. We got to score. We need to throw the ball into the end zone.
Or let Deontay Foreman run it in.
Yeah, if you're close enough, sure. But I want to see throwing. I want to see them throw the ball. I want to see them run the ball. I want to see them establish the run. But I want to see them throw off play action, get PJ out of the pocket. Let's do some of the things that all these successful teams do on offense.
Yeah, but that's successful teams.
Yeah, right. All right. Do we have a beer bet of the week?
We do not. Do we want to just revert back to our last week's one?
We could. Yeah, if Chuba's going to play. So, do you want to do your little beer bet of the week thing?
Beer bet of the week.
There you go. Okay, it's not a beer bet unless we hear that. Where the beer bet is going to be, who has more rushing yards, Deontay Foreman or Chuba Hubbard? I will once again take Chuba Hubbard.
Yeah, and I will take Deontay Foreman. Hopefully he
All
has
right.
another great game. He's also on my fantasy team, so I need him to fall out because last week I was in bad situation, and it looked like it after my game.
All right. Going to predictions, bold predictions. I will go first since I always make you go first. I think in this game, and I'm just going to do this basically as a troll on myself. I think that the Panthers tight ends will combine for 100 receiving yards in this game and 2 touchdowns.
I'm going to go back to my one from last week because, yeah, why not? Terrace Marshall Jr., over 100 yards, first time in his career. It's going to happen, guys. I'm probably going to keep doing this by bold prediction until it happens or the end of the season. Just letting you know, bye week, 100 yards or more. Terrace Marshall Jr.
He's going to get it at some point. All right, so here's the big one. Game predictions. Now we know Chase's 89 to 88.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to go
Jerry's?
that high. If you're on Chase's bandwagon, go bet the over right now.
If you think this team's they're going to combine for 170 points.
I think I don't think it's going to happen. I think PJ Walker gets pulled this game for good. I think Baker comes in, looks okay. Not enough. 16-27 Falcons.
Ooh, okay. I mean, it's so hard to say because that last game was so weird.
It was.
I don't know what
we dominated most of the game.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say the Panthers are gonna win this one. It's a home game. We've got the black helmets. It's gonna be, and people are gonna be really excited to go to the game. I think it's the only primetime game that we have this year. So I'm going to say 24-21 Panthers. A little bit lower scoring. Still goes over, though, if you want to bet that. Barely goes over, but it goes over. So 24-21 Panthers.
Nice. I would love. I'm going to the game. I'll be wearing my Spider Burns jersey and mask. Maybe I'll be on TV. Doubt it, but
we'll look for you, Jerry. We'll look for you. All right, the other NFC South games here. We've got a game in Munich, in Germany.
I didn't realize that game was in there.
Yeah, technically
first game ever.
Seattle. That's actually a good game. Tampa Bay, Seattle, 9:30 in the morning. Should be a fun one.
Maybe a nice little brunch mimosa type of watch.
Yeah, I mean those are always weird games. I wouldn't know who to pick in that game. Like Seattle has the better record, but
they're a better team, man.
Geno versus
right
Tom
now?
Brady, I don't know. I think, hey, 9:30 in the morning, wake up, have some breakfast, watch some football, or 6:30 a.m. if you're on the West Coast.
Wow,
don't envy you. The other NFC South game, New Orleans at Pittsburgh. That's another 1:00 game. Again, probably going to be a pretty close game. Neither of those teams is very good. So, should be entertaining.
Yeah.
That's the word for it.
I have a feeling Saints will probably win that. Pittsburgh just...
Maybe. I don't know, man. Like, the Saints, they're just not good. I mean, no team in the NFC South can be considered good.
No, not at all. Man, who would have thought? I did not think this.
Yeah, they're 3-6. Pittsburgh's 2-6. Pittsburgh is bad, though.
Yeah,
you're probably right. I'm like if I was going to bet, I would bet on the Saints to win that one. They're probably a favorite. I'm sure they are. They're 2.5 point favorites.
All right. Any last thoughts on this game? Or,
I mean, I'm most excited to see the uniform.
Me too.
The helmet.
I wish we would have had these uniforms more than once. Yeah. I know it's supposed to be a special, but right now it doesn't feel special as much as I want it to.
Did you see Brian Burns today? He was asked about the black helmet. He said he thought they looked cool, but he would like to see an all white helmet. I don't know. I think the white with like the black, like just a Black Panther would be pretty cool.
See, I think you would do a white one with like maybe a blue Panther.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I don't know what uniform combination you'd wear with that though.
You would use white jerseys
White jersey, white helmet.
and white pants. You would do almost
Ooh,
like
that's
a
a
white.
that's a lot. That's a lot.
You'd almost do a whiteout.
Look at
Whiteout
that.
with instead of having black trim and stuff like that, maybe just do silver and blue trim.
I don't think that would look as cool as the blackout, but
I don't either, but I would.
I mean, remember those color rush, like the all blue color rush?
Yeah.
I kind of hated that.
Yeah, but
I thought those looked terrible.
All right, someone who's good with Photoshop and knows how to make these. Okay, I want an all white helmet, matte with a blue panther, just kind of the not even like the full one, but the one that the sticker for the window sticker of the eyes and
oh yeah,
kind of like that one, and then basically the white jersey instead of black though do silver, and then blue stripes. And then white pants.
You're creating a whole new uniform here.
Well, I mean, this specialty. We're yes.
I mean, they're wearing their regular black jerseys tomorrow night or Thursday night.
Well, fine. I'm just not gonna keep going with my ideas here.
No, I do agree. Like, if anybody knows how to do that, that would be cool to see. But I just don't think it'd look nearly as cool as the black. But
I really like
the
black.
imagine them wearing white helmets with any other uniform combination though, because I don't think it'd look good with the black jerseys.
Yeah, I
don't
think
maybe the blue jerseys.
Blue jerseys, maybe blue jerseys, white pants. I think that could work.
That would look okay. All right, somebody get on that.
All right.
She was an email.
We want to thank you for listening. If you like the show, please let your friends know. Please follow us on Twitter at MeowMix Podcast. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at mailbag@meowmixpodcast.com. And if you leave us a 5-star review with a comment on Apple Podcasts, we'll read it on our show. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. And submit your submission to our swag bag giveaway.
We'll be back. Well, I'll at least be back Thursday night after the Panthers Falcons game. Probably not going to get Jerry for that one. He'll be in traffic on his way home or on the train or whatever you guys decide to do.
Yeah, we don't know yet, but I'll create the thumbnail and send it to you.
Okay, good. All right. Until then, everybody stay safe out there and keep pounding.